Hi, it's Nell, and this video is all about growing cat grass from seed indoors. I filmed this video over a period of about 2 weeks or so, so you'll see me in a few costume changes. And actually, right now it's about 4 weeks after I filmed it, and I was downloading all the clips and I realized that I didn't film an intro. So I'm doing the intro way after the video was filmed. And I have a new kitty named Sylvester, and he is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this project, because he is chomping away on my spider plant. The spider plant is on the floor in the bedroom. It's a large plant and he loves to chomp on it. Those leaves are so chewy, and he doesn't chew on it every day, but just every once in a while. So I thought I'm going to try some cat grass. And then I did the video on the DIY seed starting mix, which I will leave for you down below. So that is the mix I used for starting the seeds. You can use a store-bought mix if you want to, but you do need a very light mix so that the seeds can germinate. So just be aware of that. Sylvester I adopted about 3 months ago, and he's a big cat. He's huge, but I'm going to insert a clip of him right here just so you can meet my new kitty Sylvester. And here's my new kitty Sylvester. He loves to sit on the windowsills and watch the birds. He doesn't go outside, so this is his connection with the outside world. So yes, that is Sylvester, and I thought, wow, he's going to be so happy to have the cat grass. Didn't show a lot of interest in it. I knew Riley, my other kitty, would not be interested in it because plants don't interest him at all, but I thought I would try it. So for me, my cats were not interested in the cat grass at all. But what I did is I cut the cat grass down and then I put it in my morning smoothie, because we can consume it too, so it's all fine. And I stuck the pots out in the garage and I did not water them. I just watered them this morning, but the cat grass is coming back. So if your cat doesn't totally decimate it and upturn the seeds and all that, then the cat grass will resprout. And be sure and check the blog post that goes along with this video. There will be a few more details in there. Plus, the DIY seed mix will be written out in there too, or there'll be a link, to the post. So you can check out that too, because it's a great seed mix. All right, so let's go back in time and head over to my work table. So this is about all I'm using for this project, the seeds. The seed starting mix in the 4-inch pots, and then I have a sprayer because that's how I am going to moisten the seeds after I plant them. Oh, and by the way, I did wet down that seed starting mix because it is so dry. I like to get it good and moist before I plant the seeds. So cat grass germinates really fast, and a packet of seeds is only $1.99. And this brand, Botanical Interests, I just love their packages. Are beautiful, but they are USDA organic, non-GMO, all that good stuff. So it says the perfect blend of organic barley, oats, and wheats will get your cat purring. Blah blah blah. Okay, so there's more on there. Let's see. This grass is ready to eat in as little as 2 weeks. So this packet sows at least 1 6-inch pot. So I'll be able to get at least 2 4-inch pots over it. So I'm out of it. So it is mature in 14 days. So good. I'm going to get this started now. Okay, really easy. Let's start by opening up the packet of seeds. Yay! Ooh, here we go. It's a nice good size, so you can sow it pretty densely too. Just sprinkle it on the surface get it nice and full in there. This is my first time growing cat grass in a long time. I think it's been about in San Francisco since I grew it, so this will make Sylvester happy. I'm going to put in a bit more because you can pack the cat grass in because it's grass. But it's good for them, especially if it's an indoor cat. They need that for their digestion, and just like us, there's a lot of nutrients in greens, so they can benefit from that too. So I think that's all I'm going to do on my first go round here. So sprinkle some more in there. Great. And now, according to package directions, which I always like to follow, you cover it seed depth 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. So I'm just going to lightly press it in and put about 1/4 inch or so of the mix on the top. And this will go down a bit because it's so light. There we go. Get my seeds starting mix over here. And that's all you do. Put a little bit of that on the top. And in 2 weeks, I'll see how Sylvester likes this. Okay, so I'm going to spray the top. It's so light it wants to go out, but just going to do that so that moistens that down. And the same over here. That's why it's good to press that seed in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to put it in a bright spot, not in a hot window, but in a nice bright sunny spot, and just wait for those seeds to emerge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to report back in probably 1 or 2 times depending on what happens. There's not a ton of action, you know, with this, so I'll probably check back in a week, but I will also mark when I first see the seeds emerging. And the cat grass, you can give it to your cat when the grass gets to be about that high. It's just fine. So my dining room has east window, so I'm going to put it in that window. It's not too intensely strong here, the sun in Tucson. I don't know if I would put it in those windows in, say, July, because the sun is just so strong, but you do want to put it in a nice bright spot. For you, a west or a south window might be just fine. For me, a west or a south window would fry them when they start to emerge. So just put them someplace nice and bright and sunny, because that's what the seeds need to grow. It is Thursday the 20th, about 7 in the morning. You might be able to hear all the birds in the background chirping away happy. And the seeds are germinating. You can see how the mix is all puffed up. The seeds are poking it up, and there is the first seed emerging right there. I can see it. Next time I will not fill the pots up so full, because it obviously puffs it up. It's going to make it just a little harder for watering. It is Monday morning, the 24th of February. This is a full week of progress after planting the seeds, so they're up nice and strong. And I'm watering them about every 2 or 3 days now. I soak it really well instead of every day when they were just getting going. And this is interesting. Even though they're only like a week old, you can see all the roots coming out the bottom there. It is 11 days later, and the cat grass is all set to go. I actually put one pot on the ground, and Sylvester was much more interested in it than Riley. But I'm going to put it next to the spider plant. I'm going to put one pot next to the spider plant and see if it works as a suitable substitute. It is exactly 2 weeks after I planted the cat grass, and this is what it looks like now. For me, it was better at 10 days rather than, 14. You can see how it's flippy-flopping all over the place, but it doesn't take long, and it is really easy to do. So why has the cat grass gotten to this stage, you ask? Well, I showed it to my cats, put it on the floor, they sniffed it, showed a little bit of interest in it, and they haven't shown any interest in it for a few days now. So I thought Sylvester would be more interested in it because he was chomping on the spider plant, but this doesn't seem to appeal to him as much. But I'm just going to keep it on the floor and see if anything happens in terms of Sylvester going after it. Riley, I'm not surprised because he has never been interested in plants, so I'm not quite sure if I'm going to germinate any more of this unless Sylvester shows some interest in it. But for your kitty or kitties, it could be an entirely different story. So why don't you give this a try and see if they like it? It's really good for them too. It's good for their digestion. They like to chew on something green, so it's definitely something good to have around if you have a kitty. So I hope you have found this video on growing cat grass from seed to be helpful. It's easy, it's cheap, doesn't take any time at all, so give it a try. Let's see, now let's get out in our gardens or into our indoor gardens for our cats and make our worlds a more beautiful place. I thank you for all your likes and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. I have a lot more videos coming your way, so stay tuned for those. And as always, I thank you so much for watching. Bye.